All right, listen, I gotta be honest. I did not expect that I would be that into what in my mind was going to be the throwaway game of the end of the season, and it delivered greater than my expectations. And you know what, to really describe my journey today, we're gonna have to start with the morning. I came downstairs. I was up early. My girlfriend was asleep. She was getting her beauty rest, and I was a little bit hungry. And I was like, you know what I want to do? I haven't made in a long time. I want to make like a kind of breakfast burger with like an egg on top. I had one bun left. I start to make it up, and it's good. You know, it's sizzling. It's smelling nice. I'm getting the egg done. It's like the perfect consistency just to lay on top of that burger patty. Got the cheese. I got a little sautéed mushrooms in there too. My mouth is already watering. And just as I'm about to finish the burger this morning, my girlfriend comes downstairs, and being the good boyfriend that I am, I give her the burger, and I whip up a second one for myself. But I'm out of burger buns. So I just have standard bread. I just use standard bread. I make it work. I make it work. But in the end, the burger eludes me. So why does this matter? You might ask. Well, we started the game against the Mystics, sold out crowd, 20,000 plus fans. It's electric. The game starts. Nalissa Smith, I loved that she came out with fire. She came out with energy. We're going to need that in the playoffs. She was running down. She ended up with 16 points on the night, was hustling, and Clark was rewarding her for the hustle. Clark was dishing to her, giving the assist down the court. She had some full court passes. She was battling, and she went 4 for 5 from free throw, which has been the bane of her existence. So shooting 80%. Nalissa Smith, thank you. Defense still liability, but whatever. Clark goes, and she's pretty casual. She gets 8 assists and like no playing time really at all. Hits back-to-back threes. She's looking good. Aaliyah Boston's getting fouls as normal, as is tradition. But Kelsey Mitchell goes down at one point, and there were 2 injuries in this game. Kaylee Samuelson's sister went down as well, which was scarier. Carly Samuelson, and Kelsey Mitchell went down. But as from the reports that I've seen, I've seen video of Kelsey Mitchell jogging towards her team after a timeout or a break. And I've also heard reports of the assistant coach and trainer basically saying she's okay. So keeping fingers crossed that Kelsey Mitchell is okay, because we need the best backcourt in the league. I've seen lots of names thrown around: the Splash Sisters, Fast and Furious being willed into existence on the Fever subreddit. Shout out to the Fever subreddit if you're there. But it's kind of what you expect. We take out our starters, we bring in the bench. But sure enough, in the second quarter, the Indiana Fever getting shellacked. The Mystics come out. Errol Adkins is going 5 for 7. She's sinking every 3. It's a typical thing of like the opposing team can't miss against us. And so we start to fall behind. Eventually the league is up to like 18 points at one point, I believe. And our bench is in. I've seen glimpses of Christy Wallace. I've seen, Grace Berger's out there. So Victoria Saxton eventually gets out there. Katie Lou Samuelson, the whole shebang. And at one point in the game, we get to the fourth quarter, and I'm just like, I'm gonna post in the game thread, and I'm just gonna say, hey, you know what? If the bench brings this back, if they somehow bring back this deficit in a game that looks far gone, I will buy a jersey of someone on the court. And almost as if like the universe hears me say this, the bench just goes insane. Christy Wallace, who has gotten pretty much no time since the break, she gets 17 points, like leads the team in scoring on 75% shooting, like 90% true shooting, like insane crazy shots. Katie Lou Samuelson, I don't know what it was, if maybe like her committee duties getting to put Caitlin in a chokehold this morning during shoot around like did something, but she's back. She sinks back-to-back threes. They looking good. And it starts to get down the stretch, and the window gets closer and closer. And Victoria Saxton now, she makes back-to-back buckets. And the Fever are within 1 point. And I look back at the game thread, and people, I was like, maybe I can delete my cup. I didn't really want to do that. But a few people are like, there's a strong Grace Berger following. I'm happy she got playing time today and see her out there, but there's a strong Grace Berger fandom within the Indiana Fever community. And so they're like, get a Grace Burger jersey. And I'm like, you know what? I will get the jersey of whoever makes the winning basket. That seems like the most fair thing to do. Whoever makes the winning basket, that's the jersey I'm getting. So sure enough, it comes down. The Fever get a stop. Final possession, like 25 seconds or whatever. Fever have the ball. Break down, goes to Katie Lou Samuelson. And you know what? If I had to buy a Katie Lou Samuelson jersey, you know, on the tier list of things, you know, I like Katie Lou Samuelson as a person. Love her. It'd be a fun story. Great. So she drives, jump shots, ball bounces around that freaking fancy rim, which by the way, that trick rim was crazy touch all day long. In the early game, it was crazy. Gets kicked out to none other than Grace Burger. So Grace Burger with the ball, 5 seconds left, drives, shoots, jumps, shoots, and it just barely bounces and teases on the rim and bounces off. And the Fever barely lose by 1 point in 91-92 in a game where I almost ended up buying a Grace Burger jersey literally on a last second shot. And I've never been so excited about a meaningless game because honestly, the seeds were locked. You know, Chicago lost, so and Atlanta beat the New York Liberty team that was also coasting. Today, all the power teams are going to be resting their starters. It's the smart thing to do. The fact that Kelsey Mitchell even had a scare would have been a tragedy if she actually got injured. But this game was so exciting for a game that shouldn't be entertaining. And, you know, that's the thing I love about this team. I love that even in games where I'm expecting nothing, the expectations are through the floor, and I'm like, do I even want to make a video today? You know, the game ends up being fun. There's an exciting moment, and I'm happy it ended this way. So that's how I lost out on 2 burgers today. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. It really helps support me. It's been great engaging with you all in the comment sections of the videos and even on the Indiana subreddit. So shout out to all of you. And yeah, remember, you're going to be amazing today because you are amazing. Catch you next episode.
Bow, bow, bow.